Alright. Good evening. I have just learned that you can actually use the coffee machine in the main menu, which is kind of funny. However, I'm not a coffee drinker. Kind of better, right? So this time, we do have enemy artillery. So we will probably have to deal with enemies shooting at us, or maybe just try and get rid of them early enough. I am honestly not entirely sure how you would ever miss this massive fucking thing. What do we have? Operation has entered its active phase. Restore master power switch to on before proceeding. Enemy forces have deployed artillery across the river in response to recent activity. This was anticipated to prioritize elimination of all identified artillery assets. Destroy what remains in detail. Be prepared. Counter battery timer will commence once first shell lands. Right. Oh, you can't. Nah, that's very good. What do we have? So you can also move that one up and down. Very good. Relatively simple. And we do apparently have a counter timer. Let's see. We have, what, T9. That's very much in the corner. 3-9. That is 3-9, yep. Yeah, spotter 2 is on K687. And then spotter 3 is on L131. L131. The fact that you can basically go for every singular like millimeter in these areas means that you will always have kind of a bearing issue. Then, okay, Iron Nest is at I653. Let me also... That all seems fine. Yeah, it's good. Right, so we have set all 3 of these. Then, now I know to use the yellow. 166 from spotter 1. That should be like down here somewhere. And 80 from spotter 2. So here we have artillery 1. And what is that? T879. Clear those. Then we have 180 degrees from spotter 1. That's just straight down, I believe. Yep. And what is this? 5-2 from spotter 3. Okay, artillery number 2. Approximately there. So they're all relatively close together, it appears. And then we have... Circle. 5.99 from spotter 3. And 5.93 from spotter 1. Okay, we will have to go for that. Which we will have to get a photo of that. So let us... Bearing 241 from... What is this? T8... 73 241. T873. Oh yeah, T8 we only give general area. 241 bearing. Let's see it. Okay. So we have target 1 here, target 2 there, and target 3. Now, for artillery, do I need armor piercing or elimination of all? I assume it's gonna be a high explosive, so let us get star shell, IP shell. What is this? Inch shell. Incendiary shell. Ignites a fire and impact medium radius chance to spread. Right, I don't need that right now. Get me 2 of those in each magazine. I just realized that the HE shells cost 10, but for the infantry, we honestly do not get enough money. Actually, if I have an HE shell, I cannot land on both of those. Good to know. Right, get me the attack bearings to target 1. Actually, I will start with target 3, because it's the furthest away. From the other 2, that is, I believe. Let's see the bearings. Yeah, that's 5 degrees difference between 2 and 1, and only and 10 in the other 2. So we start with that, then we switch and try to hit the other 2. Right, so we have 6.51 kilometers. I do hope that high explosive is sufficient. Is there actually like a chart? Oh, we can record different things. Ha! I don't want that. I want to hear the ambience. Doesn't say anything about using AP. Artillery, I feel like, is not the most armored thing. And the AP, I think, at this size, I think the AP is mostly just... Right. Oh, shit, I can set the shell type. The HE, bearing to target. Oh, that's very neat. Delete that. Bearing to target is, what, 94.7. .51 HE. Calculate. That's very good. Because then I can remove those and I don't have to think on that. 10.81. At 48. 48.1. Target is artillery. Calculate. That's the new one. And then we have the third target at 11.37. I do not know if they can destroy me. 79.8. Or if I have like... if they like need to hone in first. 11.37. Okay, I will start with these 2. Good. What are you? Dear Ernest, while advancing I fell into one of your footprints outside Ciudad Real and twisted my ankle. While I was trying to climb back out, the shell landed where my squad was standing. I am now the only one left. I can still hear them. I don't know if I'll ever stop hearing them. Everyone keeps telling me I was lucky. My mother would have said it wasn't luck. She would have said God put that hole there to save me. But God didn't put that hole there. You did. What? People can send us letters? Why? Is this new? Okay. Time to load. First HE shell. Honestly, I should just go over here while I'm at that. We can also start moving you to the right. I don't know if HE is sufficient for artillery. I hope it is. Also, get the fire control over here. 43.24. 45.48. Start with the 79.8. That's the 45. That was too much. Okay, yeah, do not do that. 45.48 on the right gun, and then we have 43.24 on the left gun. Okay. 79.8. That's fine. So I think what I want to do is shoot, try and immediately go to the next area. Right gun 4.58. Good, 70.9. Right gun. Send it. Go over to 84.1. Second. Why can I not load you? No. Then we need to move to 94.7. 2 charges. Okay, I need to stop doing that. At 39. Shell type is confirmed, bearing is confirmed, elevation. Can I see until when they start shooting? 39.6. I do get better at that. Artillery 1 destroyed, Artillery 2 destroyed, CBT extended. Count the battery timer, right. Oh, is this... No, that's the... Oh, it shows me on the little compass down there. The... rotation of my gun. Right, artillery 3 destroyed. Perfect. 4 units remain across the river. Consolidate the site to destroy remaining elements and stand by. Right. Do we have further information as to where those are? Does not appear that way. We have 1 infantry here. But we don't have any further information. Except that they're across the river, right. What do we have here? The new bearing 88.6 at 9.16 kilometers. Target is infantry. HE, we have a distance of 9.16, so 2 charges should actually be sufficient. Yeah. We do have 1 more shell in here. Just go ahead and send that. Then 88.6. I think the 2 guns share their powder charges. I do, by the way, I love if you have... We need 54.96. Where is the river? Here. Meaning what I'll do is probably send from 01 just at 360 degree bearing 0. 01 bearing 0, a spy plane. To see if we can find anything. Well, we found something. But it doesn't really help. Do we have everything? No, we need to... You need to go up further. 9.6. Should be fine. Close that. I don't have any information on other infantry regiments though, that's a problem. So I actually... In that case, I think we sent from R1 also 0 degree. I only have 360 left. This one's been destroyed. Perfect. Now we can see... Are you fucking serious? Okay, I do not know where the last asset is. But we can take out those two. We also don't have any more info. Well, get me 2 AG batteries. Can I? Shell incendiary, armor piercing, 20 powder charges. Lights the target area for scouting. Maybe I should try that. Get me one of those. And then we will... send either up there or down here, so we will send it here in the middle of Q0. The third, so we will take 8.37 kilometers. 2 powder charges, bearing 116. Very fiddly though. No talk. Can I actually, do we have like star? Star? Reference point, underground required. AP. Oh, this is underground AP required. Ah. Very good to know. The fact that it says structure immobile makes me think that there's gonna be... Star. Makes me think that there's gonna be options where we do not have, where they're not immobile, where they're actually moving, which is gonna make it a lot more difficult. Anyway, star shell, send it in. ...116 degrees... And then 50.22, but we should be relatively close on that anyway. Also, this one can be gone. Yeah. We have fire mission confirmed, short term confirmed, bearing confirmed, elevation. I feel like you can kind of ignore those and just send it. 50.22. Yeah, gun armed. Actually, I should probably only gun armed now. Alright, let's see if we see something new. In the meantime, I can start calculating this. Do I want incendiary? Six, 135. Target is infantry. Sending recon focus strip, track map. Yeah, that's a gyroscope. It does give you additional information, and here we see someone. Perfect. Okay, so you're the first one. So, okay, so I can use the star shells instead of the scout planes. The scout planes just have way more range, right? And also, they're a shell. They're not a shell, because if I see that correctly, the star shell does cause them to, will most likely cause them to shoot back. 10.21. At a bearing of 95. 0.7. Powder charges. Okay, this one I think we already... No, wait. That was the previous one, right. We need more HE shells. 3 more to be precise, right. How expensive are the incendiaries? 12. AP is 10. Right. Medium radius, chance to spread. Right. 2 on the left, 1 on the right. Sure. Then we will use 2 powder charges. The calculated powder charges is always for the last target, I assume. Which I don't actually necessarily care about if I calculate multiple. Then you will have 3 charges. We will move to, what is this, 125? On the left gun at 48.36, and we can calculate the next one, which has a distance of 8.505. I do appreciate that they use kilometers, but then again it's in Spain, so that makes sense. 114. Infantry. Good. Send it again. That's the next one on the left. Also, the left one is ready, I believe. No, elevation. 48.36. Degrees. 125.6 is set. Absolutely fucking sends it every single time. I love that. Alright, 95.7. We can already switch to the next shell. Right, fire mission confirmed, shell type confirmed, bearing is gonna take a little second longer. .7. Okay, shell can be loaded. Then we need an elevation of 40 point... I think I can just do that with us. 40.84. Overshot. Okay, that means elevation is confirmed. The gun is armed. 2 powder charges here. In you go. I do love that you just straight up cannot hear for a while after it shoots. Oh, counter battery timer, it's here, right. Wait, is there more artillery? Additional counter have commenced ranging. Fuck. Okay. Do we have? We have more artillery, yes. Here. Fuck. Get rid of these. Yeah, this one's dead. Then this one, I think we've done. You will probably have to take a back seat for now. Artillery there. Do we have more artillery? Doesn't seem like it for now. Okay, 7.26 at what is this? 130. HE, yep, calculate. Then we have 120 at 7.75. Good. You are loaded. go to 130 degrees, 45, 43.46, 56. Under 30 degree. Right, everything's confirmed. Gun is armed, left gun 43.56, HE. Good. Send one, I need more HE shells. 1 and 2. Second, I have sent both of them on the right side, haven't I? I need 2 more. I have sent this one to 120. Go in. 120.1, right? I do not think I have the liberty of actually, we do have the liberty of ignoring civilians. We are actively shooting them. Also, good evening. We have previously actively shot civilians, so I do not think we care about that. Get me a star on the right battery, on the left battery. And then we will have a star shot to over here, I guess. Star at, what is the 68.1? Like, don't hit civilians. We are actively aiming for civilians at stages. I don't think we actually really care about that. Yeah, target is irrelevant at that point. Do we have elevation? 46.5. 120.1, that's fine. 46 point, no, 0.5, not 0.5. Also, you should probably sit when shooting that thing. Alright, next shell. This one's shot. Next is the star at 68.1. This infantry one I kind of can just ignore for now. Like, we used high explosive shells that apparently can level cities against, like, civilian riots. Put that in. Powder charges 1 and 2. And then for the 3rd artillery, should there be one, we first... Okay, counter battery timer has stopped, meaning we probably do not have... Second counter battery assets destroyed, perfect. In that case, we can just send this one. And we don't need this, so 114.3. We don't hit loyal civilians, but that's not really my purview to say which ones are loyal and which ones aren't. Also, I feel like shells this big on a walker would make absolutely no fucking sense. Okay, at the elevation of 48.3. Fire mission is confirmed, shell time is confirmed, bearing is confirmed. Not gonna need you. Blow the horn. 84.3. Activation is confirmed. Gun is armed. I do not look forward to them moving. I feel like if they start moving, I'm gonna have a problem. Wonderful. All the battle assets destroyed will execute. The sector is clear and Nest to stand down. Wonderful. Let me just go ahead and clear my map. What are you actually? You're just there, I guess. Also move the fire control away. It does actually drive down. I love that. And you have a little lever to set your height. They really did think of everything in here. Castile's mechanized wonder. I do wonder how big this thing is. All is well in Castile. This is an approved statement. Loud noises build character. Citizens are encouraged to... I love this little... They have this little paper after every mission. I did not build it to use it, the general stated. I built it in the hopes that I would never have to. He then confirmed that the Iron Nest remains exclusively a preemptive self-defense measure and did not take further questions. This is the type of parody I like. Oh. Yeah, because I added the one additional that one additional star shell. What do we have? Okay, so skirmish, challenge, counter battery timer. Right. So this is skirmish again. We will leave that for now. Iron Road. Valedemula sits astride the supply corridor high command and intends to sever ahead of the coming advance. The garrison is expecting reinforcements by rail. That sounds like it's gonna move. Do you have alert for the advances on Valle de Mula? The town controls the primary supply corridor through La Mancha. Its capture is required to sustain the offensive. An enemy troop train is inbound along the corridor, reinforcing the garrison ahead of the advance. The train will reach the Mula main station at approximately T10 1650 intercept before arrival. Train movement schedule. Iron Nest is A2. Valle de Mula train station. Estimated arrival 1010. Rail line runs straight bearing 90 from main station. Okay, so we are time restricted. Let's see. We are at what? A259. The station is at J604. And then here is the bearing, right. So way stations are 6 kilometer. I think I'll go with the one at 4 kilometers. Actually do the 6 kilometers as well. Bearing is exactly 90 degrees. I feel like I'd rather trust the map there, right. Bearing. We have a distance of 14.95. At 67, 76. Like, in this case, for example, do I know, is it a troop transport? I don't know. Could be a civilian train. I also do not give a shit. With a... do like the HE. The really big one. Good, get me that HE. Left magazine. Put it in. Then we can also go for the second if we need it. 3 powder charges. In this case, I have... oh, a new record. I have a massive gun. If they can build a gun this massive, I don't want to know what else they can do. Put the record away. Can I put the record away? I can't put the record away. I don't want to play it though. Also, master power. Should be... is it on like this? I guess it is. That was too far. We have a height of 59.8. 76.4. The problem is that this gun, the shells travel for quite a while. 13.02. At a bearing of 74.3. I do actually still have a bit of time. Right, at 10.650. So if I send it at 10.6, I think it should be fine. Okay, it feels like master power is up, correct. Right. Five cars, locomotive leads, troop carriers to the rear. Right. So I'm gonna send it at 10.6. This is actually high, like high yield, high explosive. Not only high explosive. You actually get this little funny targeting reticule, where you can say this would be HE. This is HE, the big one. HCHE. Civilian casualties, I do think are not considered in this case. I might have shot a little bit too early. 15 seconds too early. Actually, 10 seconds too early. Tracks it. Train has derailed. Surviving reinforcements have disembarked. Destroy all remaining train cars and surviving reinforcements. Glory to Castile. Sure, will do. Train stopping. 6.11. Track set. I did shoot like a little bit too early. Regardless, they are now probably just sitting ducks. That is just one HCHE that we probably need to send in there. Also, it took about 40 seconds for this thing to land, which is good to know in the future. I don't need you. 76.6. 4 charges. Shit's getting more and more expensive. So we can start moving you. Don't need to move you all that far. Ramen. Flying machine confirmed, travel time confirmed, bearing confirmed. Elevation at 45.6. Right, there's also... what is that? Doesn't tell me. I assume I have to shoot it as well, though. That is not what I'm starting. 45.6, so send it to there. This is then 16.14 kilometers, right? 16.14. 4 shells at 77.2. That should hit. And then we will take... wait, are you on the ground? Doesn't appear that they're underground. Doesn't anyway tell me... okay, but yeah, we do have to ensure that we have... that's a bunch of targets hit. Wonderful. Priority target locomotive destroyed. Directed enemy infantry, platform car, priority target troop car. Right, I assume I have to destroy everything else we can see here as well. Now, we can use our funny targeting reticule here. And we might be able, if we just shoot there, to get all 3 of those. In which case... okay, this one has hit. New to here. This one I don't need. 15.82. Let us see if that hits all of them. 76. I need one new HCHE shell. I do like having a big explosion. That makes it easier to hit things. 76. That's also all very close together, which is very nice. It's also very far away from me, meaning I have to use a lot of powder charges. Right, fire mission shell time embedding is confirmed. Elevation, it's 47.46. Should be fine enough. Is there then anything else I still need to hit? We hit this guy, but not this one. Quite annoying. So we'll just use a normal HE on this here, which is mechanized. So let's use AP on that. I love this function. Yeah, Yeah, use an AP shell on that because that's a lot. Actually, holy shit, that's a lot cheaper. The HCHE is apparently quite expensive. We need to calculate that 15.38, but it is 4 powder charges, so 78.6. Did we hit? We did hit. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4 powder charges. Bearing of 78.6. In you go. Fire mission, shell type, bearing is confirmed. Elevation we'll need for the gun to load. We need to wait for the gun to load. What do we hit? Enemy infantry, enemy armor, enemy commander. Okay, so that's a commander. And then we'll have one more armor battalion there. Elevation 46.14. Honestly, looks really good. Also, I sleep down there. This really feels like it should be. Nah, it's probably really good. Really sealed really well. Okay. Elevation confirmed. Gun armed. Let's see if armor piercing is sufficient for those tanks. Or if I said HCHE instead of AP, but whatever. Or well, mechanized infantry, I guess. Apparently, it is. Glory to Castile. What do we have? Well done, operator. Allied infantry hold position, awaiting your signal to commence the assault. 2 armored emplacements block their assault trajectory. Allied infantry cannot advance until they are destroyed. Ordnance, the armored emplacement requires AP shells to destroy. Signal the assault. Use your warhorn located hanging to the left of the trigger. Oh shit. Or to the back right of the map table to signal the successful destruction of both armored emplacements. Caution, signaling before you have completed your task will result in mass casualties. I hope they didn't start already. Alright, let's see. Let's clear out all of this. Armored emplacements, spotter 1, spotter 2. We are already at 5-9, I think. Delete the map measurements. 5-9, yeah, spotter 1. H940. Spotter 2 is I409. Okay. Pillbox 1, pillbox 2. Okay, get me the circle out. Spot 2, 1.11 kilometers. And a bearing of 160 degrees. Which means it's target 1 here, or that's a problem there. One of those 2. I guess it's there, but I'd rather shoot a star shell instead of wasting. Okay, 3.72 from spotter 1. And then bearing 053 from spot 2. Which would be approximately here. It could also be over there, but I doubt that. So we'll just send a star shell to approximately there. There's so many different armor shot types, it's crazy. 8.64. Target is just to scout. And then I will need 2 armor piercing shells. Well, get me the star shell first. Left magazine. Then we will get an AP shell left. And 1 on the right. Okay, 78.6 already set. Move that in. Go. Okay, fire mission confirmed, shell time confirmed, bearing is confirmed. 51.84. We can already start loading you. I do love that it shows you the turret on the little watch you have down here. Also that there is no counter battery today. Okay, you go back down. This one has been sent. Let's see. These are the armored pillboxes, I assume. Fire director, pulse CBT supply cache. Right, assuming that these are the pillboxes. These are underground. No, these are the 2 pillboxes, so we can... Okay, now we have exact targets. Okay, get this out. We have all of that. We use AP. What do we have? Bearing 72 degrees. Oh, we can also shoot our own guys. That's kind of funny. Why would we do that? There is no target for pillbox, so that's good. 8.92. So that's the right gun, and then we have 69.7, 69.6, also AP at 8.59. for the left gun. Go ahead and load that. Fuck. I always do that. Send that in. 2 charges. You are ready, I believe. No, you're still locked for loading. Both of these need 2 charges, so we're fine with that. Then go down to bearing 72. You to 53.52, you to 51. My mission confirmed, shell type confirmed, bearing confirmed. For the right gun. 53.52. Right gun, send it. And then we can move you to 51.54. Bearing of 69.6, nice. Okay, that should get rid of these 2. Pillbox 1. Pillbox 2. That one's dealt with. Wonderful. Direct hit, pillbox number 2 destroyed. Direct hit, pillbox number 1 destroyed. Perfect stuff. Okay, signal before you complete your task. Okay, so I could now signal, or I need to make sure I don't hit my guys. The problem is, of course, is that worth? Yeah, it is worth the 10 for an HE shell. HE shell. Damage magazine. That is 76.2, the last one. Target is infantry, 76.6. 9.05 with an HE shell. Apparently we also have armor piercing HE later on. Put it in. Go to 76.6. If I have the option, because they're gonna die anyway, to our infantry, it'll be a lot quicker if it's the big gun. Technically, I don't have a fire mission on that, I guess. But, well, I think the damage to the city structure should be fine compared to the loss of life that we will have if we just run into that. Also, I want to make sure if I can accurately target the shit without hitting my own guys. Confirmed. Gun is armed. Send it. There's also still this, which I don't know what that is. But it is not underground. So, can I hit all three of those? No. In that case, we need a big one. We did hit those two. Enemy infantry and enemy mechanized. That's mechanized? Didn't hit this guy, unfortunate, but I don't think I'll send another missile, another one there. Now we will just do a big one there in the middle. It is really nice if you don't have to worry about it. Send an HCHE. High capacity, high explosive is what it means. Right, put it in. 9.65. HCHE. On, what is this? 74.7. You are done. 2 charges. I wonder if I can just put in 6 charges every single time when I calculate it, because it's only the minimum it shows. $57.9. Very clear with this one. It didn't technically tell me I need to do it. I don't technically need to kill those. I wonder if these shells are so expensive that losing like 50 infantrymen is considered cheaper. It does cost more. It will also change the math on how exactly you need to shoot, like the elevation, I think. 57.9. $74.7, so that is all confirmed. Gun is armed, and sure, send it. It also shows you accurately here on the map how somehow where you fired. Yeah, basically. I hope there's no mountain in the distance. Or between you and the target. Wonderful. Technically I could shoot the other infantry as well. Enemy infantry number 4. Enemy hospital. Okay, so we are bombing hospitals. Let it be known, we are bombing hospitals. Signal received, commence assault. High Command to Ernest, approach successfully cleared. Allied infantry advancing on Valle de Mula. Primary objective complete, you may stand down. Optional, remaining enemy elements in the town are no longer a required target. Continued fire support is authorized at operator discretion. Absolutely. What do we have? We only have like small isolated targets at this point, so I don't have like light explosive yet. So I just need to make sure that our guys are not in the explosion radius. Clear all markers. To here, you are relatively isolated, so that's fine. I hope our guys don't move too quickly there. This guy is relatively isolated. I hope I'm just gonna shoot a little bit to the right of him. because that way I know nobody's inside. This guy's isolated. Actually, fucking hell, each of these shots cost me like 10 requisition and I only get 5. Fuck that. That's too expensive. Also, you get a cat. And you can... There's actually a separate option to allow the cat up top. Madrid. Railway experts report that supplies are significantly less likely to reach the anti-monarchist after the railway itself has ceased to exist. His Majesty the King congratulated the General and the Army on the continued transportation reforms, describing it as an investment in a brighter future for all loyal Castilians, present and future. Wonderful stuff. Sustain consecutive kills across successive fire missions. Yeah, because I used the Star missile. Position report. Positional intel, local logistics convoy report, INS positional intel, immediately reposition to an unknown location. Pause C. Oh, so you actually can relocalize. What is this SMK? Cover of smoke, non-lethal allied units advance toward the impact point. Oh, so you can support with smoke bombs. Interesting. Siege of Cartagena. Cartagena's garrison remains encircled, its breakout stalled by concealed coastal batteries. Command of the operation passes to Vice Admiral Mendoza. You can actually, and I learned this today, you can make yourself a coffee. It is a very weird process, but you can make yourself a coffee. New letter. We have been marching for days now. Everyone has blisters except me. My mother knitted me these socks for my 12th birthday. I miss her. I don't think the others like me very much because I'm the only one who's limping. The horizon keeps changing out here, but I can always see in the distance. You're always there, Thomas. That honestly should make you worry. Alright, what is our target? Under the authority of ranking naval officer on station, Vice Admiral Mendoza to everyone. Nice, good to see you again. Cartagena is out, but barely. Anti-monarchist forces have to circle the city encirclement. The garrison cannot break out without us clearing the way first. Your primary targets are 3 high-value installations, which are concealed from aerial photography. Field intelligence will provide their positions. Be prepared. 2 Vickers, 5 80mm coastal batteries hold the cliffs overlooking the harbor. They are currently offline. When they will come online is not known. Counter battery time will begin the moment they do. Spotter bearings carry a margin of error up to 0.5 degrees. This mission relies on chain measurements. Errors compound with each link in the chain. Our nest spotters 1, 2, and 3. Let's go set that up. C958. We are really just moving across the country. M841. K668. And then B1096. Does he even see anything? Because I'm just like in... I just realized we're not even moving across the country. We have smaller areas. Good to know. Right. Get this out of here. What do we have? All concealed from aerial photography. Enemy signal station. Enemy signal station, and then enemy assembly area, enemy field command. 3 high-value installations identified in the enemy backline, all concealed enemy signal station. Right. We need to... Okay, 2 Vickers 5 80mm coastal batteries hold the cliffs overlooking the harbor. They are currently offline. Counter battery timer will begin the moment they do. Okay. So this is the city, I assume. Okay, let us start 4.03 from spotter 1. Then here we have 1.82 from spotter 2, 8.98 from spotter 3. Okay, so target 1 should be approximately there. Then enemy assemble area, bearing 207 from enemy signal station. Which would be down this way. 207 and 132 degrees from spotter. 3, right, so second target approximately here. And then the last one is from enemy signal station, which is my target 1. 275, which is not quite exactly to the left. 3.85 from enemy assembly area. So target 3 is approximately there. Now, does it tell me if it's AP required? Doesn't look like it. Get that out. We will require. If I don't use AP, I will position record. Local logistics convoy report INS positional intel. That I assume is for me. Right, use DHE shell. One left, one right, one left. Then calculate our shots. Start with these two because they're relatively close to each other. And then lastly, here. Okay, bearing 122. I can actually kind of just ignore this thing, huh? 122, priority target, 8.02 kilometers. It's gonna require 2 shells. I didn't. We will use HE. Then the second on the right one is 8.24 kilometers. At 130.5. And then the last one is 145 at 4.73 kilometers. 4.73. At 145.2. The second for the left then. Okay, load it in. That was a stupid mistake again. Load 1, load 2. I'm actually gonna get 2 more HE shells because we probably need to actually get me AP shells. Because we probably will need to kill the artilleries. And since it's coastal batteries, I feel like I might want to go for something with a little bit more power. Oh, penetration, I guess, not power. Okay, first at 48.12 degrees. That was too far. Actually no, but that was the elevation. We need to go to 122. 48, you had 49. 130, 145, right. Exactly. Fire machine, shell type, bearing, elevation, 84.12, 48.12. And then you are at 49.44. Damn it. It's so fiddly. Okay, elevation confirmed, left gun armed. Send it. Then we move over to 130. .5. You confirmed, you confirmed, you confirmed, you confirmed, you confirmed. You are done. This one is shot. You are now ready for the next shell. Go on. And we move over to 145.2. 2 here and here. Counter battery timer is not yet active. Send that in. What do we have? Very target enemy assembly area destroyed and enemy signal station destroyed. Good. You are in. Move over to 45.2. Switch you to AP. Left is moving up. We need only 28 point something, so 28.38. Otherwise, been watching a lot of Minecraft ARGs recently for some reason. That's fine, that's fine. Send it again. Counter battery has not yet started. So you are done. You are done. You are done. Counter battery has started. Wonderful. Targets confirmed destroyed. Enemy command control is crippled. What do we have? Field command listening post number 1. Coastal battery. Okay. Listening post number 1 at M756. M756. Reports coastal battery distance 4.61 kilometers northeast from listening post. 4.61 kilometers northeast. And the second is 3.9. kilometers northeast. Now northeast I think is 45 degrees. Approximately, but it's a coastal battery, so probably more like here. Get me a bearing for a star shell to approximately, let's say, there. Which is... actually, it's a star shell, it's not a scout plane. Star shell. The right magazine. Switch to the star shell. Then 13.56. Doesn't need the most accurate, I don't think. Bearing of 92.5. That is... Eurostar shell is in. Fire mission confirmed. Go to bearing 92.5. Shell type confirmed star. I will basically probably just send it and then reposition. Been actually, yeah, watching a lot of Minecraft ARGs for some reason. Actually reacted to Minecraft ARGs. Which is weird, because I have never played Minecraft. Actually, I have played Minecraft and I found it boring, so I stopped again. 54.24. Right gun armed. And again, send it. Like, I do actually kind of have time. Well, load the AP shells. Oh yeah, you need some time still. He's just permanently deafened by this shit. I don't know how many charges I need yet, but from the distance it's probably gonna be 4. Okay, we have both of them up there, huh? Distance, yeah, no, 3 should be fine. So we use AP, distance 12.92. At a bearing of 88.6. Yep. And we have 85.1. At a distance of 13.24. Okay, send that in. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Move you over to 88.6. Move that in. The elevation kind of always takes the longest time. 88.6. You go to 51 point something, you go to 52 point something. Fire mission shell type and bearing is confirmed. I have 270 seconds, that should be sufficient. 6, 8. 51.68, yep, that's fine. Then we have 85.1. That's fine. And here we have 52.96. Confirmed, confirmed, confirmed. Arm the gun, confirmed. And send that as well. And then we see if we hit. Coastal battery 1 destroyed, and this shit takes so long. I really need to. I feel like it takes what, 10 seconds per 5 kilometers or something like that. Actually, more than that. Second coastal battery destroyed. Coastal battery 1 and coastal battery 2 eliminated. Counter battery threat neutralized. Well done. Glory to Castile. Right, anything more I need to destroy? I think we're done for the day. Wonderful. Oh, another record. I feel like we're not yet done. The battery timer has been destroyed. I don't have any other orders right now. Oh, here. Right, primary targets confirmed destroyed. Enemy monarchist command and command control is crippled. Now you need to destroy 8 additional enemy units surrounding the town. Signal the breakout once 8 enemy units are destroyed. Send the warhorn signal, be prepared. Units will call for supporting fire and supporting smoke. Prepare some K shells to support their advance. Glory to Castile. Right. Well, first off, put this down. We will need some spotting for... Oh, we do have information. Right. Clear my measurements and my marker tokens. I don't need those anymore. And then I feel like this is just gonna be HE... the HCD, high yield explosive city here. Also, I should probably read all of my orders. How many am I gonna need? Wait. These 3 are separate, right? And then we need... Those are 6, 7 in total. Meaning I need some more. And no. Ah. Grab that. Get rid of this. There's nobody in range here that I could take with them, so you will be an HE only. This one will delete. I actually wonder if I can kill myself. Send a... Okay, so we have... Are there more targets down here? No. I feel like I'm gonna send another star over here. That's K8. Actually, for a star shell, it doesn't really matter. 1 star shell, then 1 high explosive, and HCHE, 1 left and 1 right. Okay, star shell. At 98.4. Distance of 7.64. That's the star shell. Then we have... And I'm gonna send that first. Star shell is in the right one? Star shell. In to 98.4. 2. elevation on 45.84. We have an HCHE. Here we have an HE and an HCHE. Yeah. And then we will take another HE on the left. And then we will probably need the SMK shells. 45 point... I went too far. Uh, 45.984. All of that is done. Gun is armed and fire. So that one is to over here. Okay, get me the first HCHEs in. At 108.0. Target is infantry, distance 6.99. 2. That goes on the left. Do we have more targets? Ooh, we have a lot more targets. That does seem to be promising for an HE shell. Yep. So the next HCHE is 7.06 kilometers. Bearing of 118. Target infantry. That's fine. Then we have 2 HE shells. At 8.18. They honestly, if I knew there was a giant artillery piece away, like a ways away, and I knew that it just sent a like scouting charge on my position, I would be shitting myself. 95 bearing. And probably also leaving. I would be shitting myself and leaving. HCHE, put that in. Switch to the HCHE, put that in. I don't know how many SMKs I will need, but I'll probably prepare like 2. It's fine, move you to 108. Okay, 41.9. My mission shell type bearing. You are at 42.6. Unit 42.36. At a bearing of 118 degrees. Red gun shows 42.36, that's fine. Send that as well. Then next, load the HE shells. And then I'll get like, let's say 4 SMK shells. that in. Move over to 116.6. You're being loaded to here. At 95. 49.8. There, and then you're at 46.40. Actually, I think like this might be 50. You're at 46 point something 38. I think this might actually be 50. 49.08. It is not 50, but close enough. Okay, left gun. 49.8, 116 with an HE shell. That's fine. Set that. Then we move you to 46.38. This one's done. 95 degrees. .0. Alright. Arm you. Everything confirmed. Send it. HE1 was 116 degrees. That was, I think, this one, and then this one's over here. Okay, get me 4 SMK shells. 2 on the left and 2 on the right magazine. And then I should also probably get some powder charges. Because the powder charges are, from what I can see currently, the only thing that translates over missions. And we only have 26 left. Alright, so we have prepared our SMK shells. We will already just load one in. So we only have to care for the... We have destroyed 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have actually destroyed 10. Send it. Signal received, comments breakout. Requested before 1041 SMK shells on case 729. Remove reset market tokens. K729. Right. 104. Everything now will be SMK. 104.0, distance of 7.93. 2 charges. 1, 2. 104 degrees. Elevation of 47.58. Anything more? Requested before T1041. Yeah, we will have that. 47.58, that should be good. Any more? Military garrison 9 pinned. Also, we are now supporting the advance, so we do not hit enemies, we hit our allies. Alright, 47.58. I think that's everything. Left gun. 47.58. Send. I'm pretty sure everything here will cost. Everything here is approximately like between 7 and like 10 kilometers away. So I'm pretty sure everything will need at least 2 charges. Next will be gun, the right gun. We owe you one. So late, Marine Garrison 9 pushing through. Wonderful stuff, wonderful stuff. Okay, requested before T10, J686. J6, J686, J6 is here, 86. Right, SMK shell 7.92. Yeah, that's all approximately the same distance away. 14. SMK 2, that's fine. Send it in. You switch to the next SMK. In there you go. 114. We need to wait for the loading to stop anyway. And then you go to 47.52. That should be approximately there. Shell types, bearing confirmed. We can already start with 2 shells there. And if we need less, then it's a waste, whatever. .52. To here. Why is it called Iron Nest? Like, it's not really a nest unless the bullets are eggs. How are we getting the bullets actually? Right, wonderful. Next one. No, we're done. Very successful at City Hall. I do not know what papers will say tomorrow. I know what you did today. Thank you, Anton. You may stand down. We are called Anton? Any enemy elements still in the field are no longer objectives we ask of you. Should continue fire support is authorized at your discretion should you judge it worthy ordnance. The HCHE, so every enemy kill gets me like 5 requisition. The HCHE costs me 10. Costs 18. I can hit like 3 there or 4 here, which is 2 requisition. I do not care for that. Up here, the same thing. So, yeah, not worth my time. Also, we're not Russians, we're in Spain. Like, we're Iberian. What does the paper say? Traitors divided. Cartagena. November 2nd, 1927. With Cartagena liberated, the anti-monarchists have been cut cleanly in 2, leaving their eastern and southern remnants to distrust one another. In the Crown's absence, officials note this was, in fact, the plan all along. His Majesty the King extends his sympathies to the anti-monarchists, now forced to conduct a treason without the convenience of a shared border. Services, family portraits. Capture your family today before circumstances change. Andalusia hides in mountains. Castilla stands in the open. Strength needs no cover. Insurance, home, revised terms. Covers fire, flood, and sudden recreation. Does not cover unspecified impacts. For sale, one slightly used crater, ideal for pond, cellar, or conversation piece. Report panic immediately. Panic is contagious. Carriers will be quarantined. Wanted witnesses to nothing unusual. Good memory and steady nerves required. Official statements prepared for you. We already had one once. Anchors away, bayonets fixed. For nearly 2 years, Cartagena's garrison held the line without relief. When the order finally came to advance, the Navy's own sailors led the way on foot. Vice Admiral Mendoza, who commanded the defense throughout the siege, called it a fitting conclusion for the men, women and children who have already given the crown everything else they had to give. Services, cellar deepening and reinforcements stay below longer, safer and quieter. New! Castile is permanent. Walk around them proudly. Craters are temporary. Castile is permanent. Lovely stuff, that. Also, all 4 medals. Wonderful. Without requisitioning any area, perfect. I still love this little thing where you can see all of your shots going in. Move direction, move the awareness, set distance in a specific direction. Drill shell, blind loaded practice shell, concrete filled inert, minimal effective radius. Costs 3. The gorge. Unfortunately, I don't think I will do that now. Honestly, I absolutely fucking love this. I hope we get to bomb France at some point. Actually, it's called Gallia. This is an alternate history, so technically we're not in Spain, we're in Castile. Though Portugal still exists for some reason. I really hope we get to bomb France at some point. INS Logistics Convoy moved through a mountain pass in Andalusia, bound for the Strait, so we have to actually move there. Anyway, that is for next time. For now, I thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice evening. I hope you have a good night later on. And I hope you have a nice week continuing tomorrow. Goodbye.